off with it. Off with his image. Said, yeah, it's all in hand. We'll send you a crime reference number by text in the next 24 hours. When he's arrested, we'll come and see you again for statements. So there you go. Goes to any airport or any sort of thing like that, his face is going to get recognised, isn't it? But it's like they just come for me to like say, yeah, that's him. I just knew the ad of the complaints existed. The way it was said fast. Listen, yeah, just give us the image. Boom, 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 sound. But it was the same copy that came last time when I got on the phone. You know about when them Kelly set me up for the same thing? And during that conversation, I'd mentioned Stalker. And it was just, it's like the same cop was dealing with a long line of, you know, like the compiling, like years against them, just going, you know the way he attacks the police and judges and all this, got it badly in for him for doing it. I'm seeing him now. I know this isn't, we shouldn't really be speaking about him, but it is what it is, and he's made himself relevant. He's put himself out there to be judged, just like I do. I get judged. He puts himself out there extremely, so he's there to be judged, isn't he? And I'm just like you, judging him. Obviously, I've been a target of his. I'm currently a target of his. I've been a target of his for 8 years, so I've got a good amount of knowledge about him as a character, as a person, as an individual, to know what I'm talking about. He's took it to here now. He's got it where he wanted it, I think. He'd love to be able to run around and go, look, he's a snitch, he's a legitimate snitch, look, there's the. But this is not, you got to think what it is. He's not coming to my doorstep, and he's had many opportunities. He's never been on his toes. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Over the years, I'm saying, not just this, over the years. He's always done it from a distance for his clickbait. Thrives on the back of me. But I'm looking at it now and he's just deflecting again, and so let's have this, right? I've seen a video there. It's on someone sent me it again. People send me these clips. They're on pages. The pages get sent to me as a message. Look at this, what they're saying. And I've seen one now, like, I'm the bully. So this is a pure narcissist method and tactic of perpetrator, right? So now I'm the bully in this situation, aren't I? And I'm bullying Dave Darren, apparently. This is what he's screaming all over the gaff, isn't he? Now, let me put it straight, right out there, right now. Dave Darren can't be bullied. It doesn't matter. If he's going to get a hiding, he's fronting it because he will not be picked on. It's in his bones. It's what Irishmen are like. Not Irishmen, but traveller men, isn't it? He's a traveller, is he? So when he's screaming there about his mates as if his mate's being bullied by me, it's just, that's not the case. And I've never suggested that Dave's being bullied by him. I've suggested every time Dave is being manipulated by him. Not bullying. So that's just him deflecting it. So like, it's him trying to create another avenue for me and Dave Darren to fall out, when in reality, got no problem with Dave. Throwing a screwball, let him start picking on Dave's name, using his name, just showed it. It's to give Dave an eye-opener. I'm Dave's real people. Give Dave real people a fire up, and he's screaming your name everywhere in Dave. He's causing major trouble between you and Darren and for nothing. I got the blame. Why are you calling him out? It is what it is, as I said. Do you believe him, Dave? Do you honestly believe him, lad? The allegations he's coming out with? So anyway, no man can bully Dave in my eyes. And I definitely weren't bullying him. Wouldn't even attempt to bully anyone anyway, to be honest with you, unless it's him, the stalker. And there's different ways of dealing with that type of character, the stalker. If you ignore him, you're bullying him. If you ignore him, you're picking on him. You're not giving the attention that he wants. And I think that's what you're dealing with, a child trapped in a man's body. Isn't it? How old's this girl he's got pregnant? How old's that girl he's running around with now? She looks old enough, I know that, but like, how old is she? Early 30s. Again, more videos are being sent to me where he's starting to become very, very aggressive in a very short manner of events from there to there. That's indicating steroid abuse that he's kicked in. Hence his training, hence his confidence, hence his boisterous and macho all of a sudden when reality he's a half man. Him, steroids, coke, bit of drink on the weekend, that bird there. As I say, people, it'll unravel itself right before your very eyes, honest to God. So the best thing you can do is just hope for the best. Not for him, obviously. He needs to be like taken out the picture because he's damaging a lot of people psychologically. The longer that girl's around him in the physical realm, the more he'll be tempted to lay his hands on it. Especially now when the shit's hitting the fan for him and he's just trying to cling on to the DFs. But I'm doing my part, not for anyone else, to be honest with you. Well, it is, like the DHB and Corey and that now, they can just sit back, swerve, retract, don't take the problems. I'm doing it. He brought it there, he put the legal documents across the table. You want to fight fire, so come on. The thing with me is I'm not the perpetrator in any of it. So I've not perpetrated nothing towards him at all over the years. And everything he's perpetrated towards me I've documented, kept, recorded, stashed in my library. Could have jailed him years ago. But there you go. L5 Alive, choose a life, not a knife, people. You're seeing it in motion. You're seeing choose a life, not a knife in motion, the way I'm reacting, the way I'm dealing with it, the way I'm coming across. Yeah, I might be a little bit vindictive at times, but look what I'm dealing with him. Look at the trouble he's caused me over close to a decade. So I'm glad it's coming to a head. Why? Because he spun a lot of lies. He's attached his lies to other creators and platforms that were spinning lies. It all bulked and substantiated that I'm a duck character that can't be believed. Every little allegation come together was massive. And they all came to shut me down. So it's nice now to finally get him to a stage where he's got to say, yeah, that's the truth, and I believe that's the truth, and that's why I said that's the truth, and this is how I know it's the truth. And if he can't prove where it's the truth from, he goes to jail. He either goes, yeah, I'm telling the truth, the allegations I've made in 2018, all these in between, and that last one there in the last month, or the last week actually, I believe that's true. Okay then, so where's your proof of this? I've got none. Okay then, so how can you say it's truth? You're deliberately lying to harm him. No, I'm not. Well, what's this catalogue of events? Why have you targeted him with all these allegations on different social media platforms, which we've got receipts for since 2018? You're lying. Guilty. And that's me then. I'm not asked about the sentence. I'm not asked about the fact I'm going through a court proceedings with him or he's gone to guilty and shit like this. I'm asked about the truth being proven and my name being cleared of the horrendous offences he's accusing me of. What would you do if a man? If you're a criminal, you just go round ruining them. But I'm not. I'm not. And it's not a shithouse move. I've just done enough jail over enough dickheads in my time to know this is a situation where if I react wrong, if I retaliate wrong, I'm fucked. And he's not, because he's a petty criminal and I've got a serious violent past. I'll get double figures and he'll stay out here clickbaiting the life out of it. On top of that, I've got this message, mate. You know, there's lads out there that get in this position all the time and they don't know what to do and they think it's wrong to do this. Been getting a message off a mum. Your 16-year-old's in a mess. What do you think you should do? Go to the mum. This is what I said. What do you think you should do as a mum in that situation? Go to the police, but I'm not a grass, so it'll get worse for him. Okay then. You as a mum, watching your property and your children being harmed by whatever it is that's doing that, are well within your rights, regardless of what community you live on, to go, excuse me officers, I've got these people with knives, robbing me stuff, targeting me children, coming to me house. You're well within your rights. But the people you associate with, I'm not saying you do, but people who are in your circle, whether they're attached to your mates, in relationship with your mate or your cousin or so you can't really be a normal member of society who if they were in that position to go, police, send me door with knives, target me 15-year-old kid here. So when she said that's not an option, because they're alright, step 2 move. So this is the steps what mums have got on your estates when it comes to these situations. Your kids getting in a mess with these helmets on the estate, they're starting to impede on your life. They're coming across your gardens and knocking at doors and threatening your kids and robbing your shit, putting knives out, getting more violent as the years go along. So I've said the first step of that is ring police. Well, that's a no-no. Oh, well, is it? Alright then, well, let's just say it's a no-no. Let's push that aside. Move. That's the second step. If you're not willing to go to police with your 15-year-old kid getting embroiled in this madness with the gang on the street, trust me, if you don't go to police, it's going to escalate. 16, 17, another altercation. 18, 19, another altercation. If you don't move and he's there, the third step is to prep him for court on both sides. He's either being stabbed up to, or he stabbed someone up. Either way, get all the information every time they come to the door, get the photos, the video evidence, the threats and messages, everything, gather it over the years. Because if your son has got to snap on this group or one of these brats that's bullied him all his life because he's coming to his mum's house, he's terrifying his mum. If this kid's got a snap and just goes out and goes rah and does him, your kid's reaction, do you understand? At least you got a mitigation. Now the only reason it's got to that standard, that level of, is because you never phoned the police in the beginning. And that's it. That's the 3 steps for you as a mum, where your kids starting to get targeted on a council estate by these little gangbangers. They're not, some of them might be gangbangers, but they're associated to the gangbanging family. You can have work lads doing this shit, and that was the situation there. Allegedly a work lad, you're on it, but the character's the gangster character type thing, innit? So use mums, understand. There's loads of mums, and I'll tell you this for a fact, include me own. Mums are terrified when this shit's kicking in, and it's the sons telling the mum, don't phone the police, don't do. And the mum's trapped in this corner, and you see all these kids that are shot dead. soon as they're shot dead, the mum's snitching, but they're getting no justice. And prevention will always be better than cure, mothers. Listen to that. Regardless if you've got a fruit and bail, regardless if they stop talking to you, think about what's going to happen if your son's starting to get into a bit of a situation with these at 15. It's not going nowhere. It doesn't go nowhere. It just gets worse unless it's resolved.
Darren is just reminding me that my name is John. Thank you. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to play 2 hornpipes and the real.
So I've made 2 valid points tonight. The fact that Dave Doran cannot be bullied. The fact they never suggested that the stalker was bullying him. I've always known. And when I say Dave's being manipulated and deceived, it's not a put down to him, because he's dealing with one of the best out there. He's dealing with one of the best manipulative individuals you're going to come across, and he can do it to anyone. You've only got to look at half the people that follow him. So that's two facts, and then the third one there, use mothers. I'm scared to ring the police. Alright, prepare for what I've just warned you. If you're not willing to go to the police, move. If you don't move, prep your kid for a prison sentence, or something similar. Choose a life, not a knife. I'm Sam, are you okay? Baby G baby's in, doing the damage for me. Same song again, man. Let me just leg it, mate. Sit over there somewhere where no one cares. Yes, Mimi. Les, Sarah, Jan, do you feel life experience has shaped your view now? Yeah. Everyone's life experiences does. There's a few other people in there saying bottled it again. I did make a bottled it up, saved it. Saved it for a real threat, a real danger, a real opportunity, a real... You know, it hasn't gone nowhere. It's all here. The aggression, the anger, the know-how. I just refuse to use it. So yeah, you're right, lad, I bottled it up. And it's full. Been getting bottled up for years, mate. But I'm using it in other ways, like, you know, instead of participating in a nonsensical situation with a nonsensical individual who commits nonsensical crimes and behaves like a nonsensical monster. Now go and look up the word nonsensical and you'll understand exactly what I mean. You lost your bottle more, like, did I, lad? How can I lose this bottle? You know, it's not your mother. I'm not your dad. If people think that was an opportunity, they've had, aren't they? Opportunities are rifle. I've told you anyway now, people. Yes, do these dreams. I've told you, just sit back and watch it unfold. This is it for him now. He's on down the spiral. He's been... It is what it is. He's just been exposed in the last 4 weeks. He's come out. It's great. Look at him now. Everything you're hearing out of his mouth is just wrong, isn't it? I'll pull a zombie out and I'll leave him in the gutter. What's all that about, mate? Standing there with a young girl with twins in his body, screaming about putting people in the gutter. Oh, my baby's born in September. You'll be in jail if you enter the UK. Understand what I mean? It's his new gimmick. Feel sorry for that girl. I can see it already. But you know what? Truth reveals itself in weird ways, mate. Honest to God, and unfortunately, to me, where I'm sitting, I'm looking at it thinking, right, there's the climax to his downfall right there. He just doesn't understand it yet. That woman, she's going to know the truth in less than 4 months. Watch.
Well, you may have heard that we're celebrating 40 years.
You've got to understand the threats he said to like girls years and years ago when they've had kids in the belly and that. You know, when he's being unhappy about kicking it out and all this. And over the years he's just gone extreme and more. He's saying he's a macho man now, but the first thing a man is the securing the abilities to defend themselves. That's the first step in any sort of young man, or any man at all, a proper man, a real man. They're prepared with these. They don't need to scream and shout, I've got a weapon and I'll do this with a weapon. And when you've got a helmet like him trying to get into the mind of the youth, that he's the perception of the man now. So when I touch on a topic, he'll start trying to be the topic. Do you get what I'm saying? It's weird. It's just weird. He's always done that. It's like he watches me and goes, I'll use that. Comes on and goes, yeah, but then his little poi melts away and then you see his true colours again. But the shit he's promoting on his social media platforms, wow. Honest to God, the damage he's doing to the youth. How can he put himself out there like a macho man? He bats both ways. He takes drugs, he screams at women, defies all sorts. He's screaming at your sons, I'm a man. First thing you see, he done a video saying I'm a man. And then them men that don't cry and you've got this little bird in the background, yeah, you're a proper man. I just thought, no. Just watch it unfold, mate. Just watch it unfold, mate. It's just gonna get offended for that young girl, because she's a young girl. So what? She's in her early 30s, mate. You've got a man who's 60 and has had him manipulative and like tactics like that. He's highly educated in like manipulation, deceit, envy, all that. But when it comes to like victim issues, empathy, you know, all that, he's not on the ball. He's never really focused on that. He's always focused on the one of getting what he can, targeting money, get this, get that, if anyone wants to deal with it. No, that sort of mentality. He's never really understood the victim's perspective. Because if he did, he wouldn't be screaming and shouting the way he is on all over the place. It's mad, it's going wrong for him, bad lad. He's going to jail for a long time, you know. Not just off me. They don't even need me to. It is what it is. I'll let the ball unfold now. He threw the ball in my net. I refused to play it loads of times. Threw it again. I just screwballed him over there. Look, played it off like Dublin. Darren. That's me playing wide. Sending him on a little run for a bit. Say, shh, I'm shit. Can't be arsed. Do you get what I'm saying? He never took it. He's thrown it back with a policeman attached to it, going, alright then, let's make it a bit more hard for everyone, eh? So that's what I've done. Yeah, then, I'll throw the policeman back. You're not leaving that policeman in my kitchen. There he is, right back to your kitchen. And now that's it. The ball's landed in his court. Now he's got to confront the policeman that's on the ball, waiting for him to hit it. I'm sat here, hit the ball, I'm waiting. And that's it now. He brought it there. He'll go quiet, start panicking, start saying to his people, he's wrong and he knows my bird's pregnant. He knows that he might put me in jail when my bird... Blah, 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 blah. And everything's Darren's fault. Like he's in some sort of brother-brother relationship with me or uncle. He's just weird. He's just one crazy specimen in there. I'm telling you right now. It's not even hating. It's just like a valid assessment of someone that's been getting... I can't even say terrored or victimised, but because I didn't know who was in for most of it. You get what I'm saying? You know when you're getting psychologically attacked with someone with that sort of hatred and that obsession and that possessiveness towards you? It's horrendous, mate. It's horrible, that. Bad though.